Lighting's mediocre at best. But it'll have to do. Who's good potato? Spin the leak here, and you can see that I now have a sofa. And I have started watching this nice little movie collection. 30 horror films. They're all campy. They're all terrible. I started off with The Pit and the Pendulum. Now, if you don't know what a pendulum is, it's a torture device. It's a large blade that will hang from the ceiling and begin to sway. With each movement, it'll drop an increment of measurement. So let's say it'll move a centimeter each time it swings. And this thing will be roughly 12 feet above you. It's going to slowly get closer and closer and start stripping away at a single layer of flesh at a time until you are completely cut in half. This movie is pretty much about the Spanish Inquisition being run by some rapey jackass who imprisons two people simply because he loves the wife. He then proceeds to imprison and torture them both, trying to force the wife to admit to being a witch. Once she finally does cave and start going along with him to try to free herself and her husband, he then attempts to rape her, tortures her, cuts out her tongue, all this crazy shit. So, he gets his in the end, happily. But, that's something that I'm just not cool with. Not in any way, shape, or form. Again, there hasn't been much insanity or destructive behavior in my movie reviews, because I've been mostly watching movies that I like. And there's roughly 5 movies per disc, so I think I got 6 DVDs. I can't really do anything with this. Plus, I don't really want to break these. I'm just not sure what I'm doing anymore.
He's being a bitch!
I'm being conservative with my possessions.
Wimp!
Oh. Insanity fueled objections from inanimate objects to the side. This movie was, while terrible and campy, pretty entertaining. I'm not gonna lie. This one's gonna get 2 potatoes. Like I said, it didn't do too much. Cinematography was terrible. The acting wasn't the greatest, even though we do have a pretty good cast here. But the movie in and of itself was kind of just made to be terrible. Can't really do too much with that, in all honesty. There was no real chemistry. It was mostly nudity and this rapey son of a bitch. And the blood and gore was meh. This one, while it was engaging, really wasn't, a central focus of attention. It was mediocre. Like, they did have some pretty awesome scenes. The movie opened with them continuing to torture someone long past their death. This person was wasted away to nothing but a mummified skeleton, and they continued to give it 20 lashes and string it up and put it on the rack and blah, blah, blah. Like, the brutality, once you think about it, is pretty insane in this movie, but the execution was way off. So it's going to get 2 potatoes. I did like it, but that's about the extent. Like, I was okay watching it. I wasn't fully interested. So yeah, expect a lot of low ratings from this, which my channel's been needing them. Everything has been 3 and up. So, I mean, it must be boring to hear me just go, yay! Some people just like it whenever I go insane and start breaking shit. Have you seen this movie? Are you planning on watching it? Either way, post it in the comments down below. Like, comment, subscribe, keep on keeping on. And hey, it's not a slasher film! There might be some slasher films on this. I'd love to see that. Keep on keeping on.